this the fight of your life on Saturday night, or is it just another fight on Saturday night at Barclays Center against Peter Quillin?
We have yet to see.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the fight will tell, but I'm prepping and I'm training as if it's the fight of my life.
What are the stakes, sir, for the winner? We've heard about Brooklyn and the belts and what have you, but I think the winner gets talked about as, you know what, if you do it right, if you do it well, someone who should naturally fight Triple G.
Absolutely. I think not only are we fighting for the bragging rights for Brooklyn, as you said, but we're fighting to claim the top middleweight division. And I feel like with the tournament that's kind of going on right now, where all top middleweights are fighting each other, we're right in the talks of that. We're right in that realm of top middleweight contention.
And what edges and attributes does Daniel Jacobs have over Peter Quillin on paper going into this fight?
On paper, I believe it's the speed. I believe it's the ring generalship. I believe it's the skill. I mean, I can go on and on, but it's ultimately going in there and proving it.
Right. Does it matter? Does it mean anything that you have lost before as a professional and he has not?
Yeah, but I think it serves me well that I've taken an L before, because I know what defeat feels, and I know exactly how to mentally prepare my mind if I need to lose. I'm not saying I'm training for a loss, but when you lost before, you know you don't want to go back to that feeling.
He actually, I asked him the same thing, and he said the same thing. He said his mama told him, or his grandma told him, you know what? Sometimes you got to get your ass kicked a little bit and grow from it. So that's what you believe happened to you. You did get sent to the mat on your last fight against someone who people say isn't a strong puncher now. However, professional boxers, they all have a certain degree of power, and Sergio Mora is no slouch. But to answer people who say, he doesn't have as good of a chin as Peter Quillin, what do we say to those people?
He got to hit me.
Yeah.
He got to hit me.
Yeah.
And that's as simple as that. This is a sport where you hit and don't get hit. And if anybody can knock you down, obviously, as we've seen in the past. But you got to land those shots to be able to knock me down. But every time I've gone down, I've gotten back up.
That's a huge thing. That's the biggest thing in life. And last question, prediction please, Saturday night at Barclays Center.
My prediction, obviously me having my hand raised in victory. How would that hand be raised in victory, whether it's knockout or decision, we have yet to see. I'm just going to go in there and do my best.
Good stuff. Mr. Jacobs, how's this camp different from the other camp?
This camp is different because I've had a pre-camp. And we had 3 weeks with just my strength and conditioner getting in shape so we could get in shape and get ready for camp. So we had I believe, when it's all said and done, we would have had a 10-week camp. And it's been a long journey, but mentally I feel like I'm strong, and physically my body is where it's at. I'm on weight, I'm not struggling, I'm healthy. I had a nutritionist on board, so we hired everybody to make sure that there's no excuses and that we can get the best of everything.
When you say hire, 10 weeks of hard work, who helped you out in sparring for this fight?
We had a lot of different guys. I won't mention the guys by name, but we had tons of different guys that helped us out, come from all over and just give us work. I'm grateful for it, but it's not really hard to find a lot of guys that can emulate Peter Quillin. Now Sergio Mora is a different story. He's a tricky guy, but Peter is one of those guys where it's not really hard to emulate his style.
You know, to be the boxer versus puncher. How's the Texans coming in on this one?
Boxer versus boxer puncher. So you have to understand, if I get a guy hurt, I can get a guy out of there as well. So punching power is there, and I believe I have more knockouts than Peter Quillin. I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means anything to the public, but I'm going in there and do what's best. And if it's best to serve me to use my boxing skills over going in there and try to power punch a guy, then I'll do that.
Jacobs, a couple last words for the fans worldwide.
Thank you for the support. Saturday night, Brooklyn's going to be in effect, and we won't disappoint.
You and Kid were at the Nets game together. Have you guys had any words from the training camp? Or is it just, you do those pop-up things and, like no words are spoken? How is it between you guys when you see each other in a public forum like
It's
this?
very cordial. Obviously, mentally right now we're preparing for war, so it's really not too much chit-chat going on. It's just we come and do our job. We might see each other, we say hello, and that's it. But we're going to kill each other, man. It's like if I'm going to kill you right now, I wouldn't want to talk to you, man.
Yeah. I know Kid got a chance to talk to Floyd at the game. Did you get a chance to get any words from Floyd?
No, I left. Once I took care of the media work and calling out the players, I immediately left and went right to the gym.
What do you think is going to be the biggest advantage you have over Kid going into the fight?
In my opinion, I believe my speed would be the biggest advantage.
So you're going to utilize your speed the whole night. What's the biggest threat the Kid has to you?
His power. His power is his biggest threat to anybody, and it's what has been his biggest threat his whole career.
Is there anything you see in him that he severely lacks that you can expose?
Yes.
What's that?
A lot of things. You'll see Saturday night.
Danny, you've been going to Brownsville. What's changed about Brooklyn since you first remember it?
A lot. Brooklyn is definitely has come into its own. Brooklyn is a tourist spot now. We've never thought Brooklyn would ever be a tourist spot, and there's so many different ethnic backgrounds that come and live in Brooklyn. It just changed the culture. Well, it still has the same culture, but it's changed the atmosphere, and it's a beautiful thing. I love Brooklyn. I'm proud to be from Brooklyn, but you know, I'm definitely happy to say I'm from Brooklyn nowadays.
Do you resent this being a battle of Brooklyn, even though you're based here and kid is ultimately a transplant?
Right.
Do you resent that at all? Or are you okay with him adopting?
No, I don't resent that. This is New York, like I've said before. We open people with open arms, no matter where you're from. If you come here and live here for long enough, you can able to say that you're a Brooklynite or a New Yorker.